All right, Coach. Opening statement from you.
Yeah, heartbreaker. I mean, man, you want these guys to get a win so bad just to help their psyche. And tonight we were close.
Coach, one of the strategies that SFA likes to use is these wave subs where they'll sub in 4 or 5 at a time. Can you just kind of talk about your strategy defensively to try to match up with them?
Yeah, you don't worry about that. You just we switch 1 through 4. We do different things. You just make sure that everyone communicates and talk. You can't. They do a lot of things that you can't worry about. Part of that is, responding to no calls or calls, and you just gotta let all that go as a player. You let me as a coach pick my spots, but there's a lot of things that they do that is part of their part of how they disrupt. That's 1. I think a lot of the aggressiveness is 2. So all you can do as a player is just play, and don't worry about that. So when subs come in, everyone communicates. You don't worry about it and get it done.
Hey Dom, that's your 3rd 20-point performance tonight. What were you seeing on the court, and what kind of got you that rhythm to score early and be efficient?
My teammates were able to give me the opportunity I had to make the shots and put me in the good positions, and yeah, just all credit to my teammates on that.
Trying to find some positives. 18 assists. I believe that's a new season high for us. What went into that, Dom, as you were out there on the floor? I feel like it was a little bit of, when they pressure the ball that hard, right? That first screen action, as soon as you cross half court, it leaves, give and goes open, some baseline cuts. Is that what you guys were kind of seeing out there?
Yeah, we're just punishing the pressure, just attacking them, trying to get downhill, coming off 2 feet, bounce pass, try to look for the extra pass, hit our teammates, and put them in the right position to score.
Dom, with your 20 points, 8 of those came from the free throw line. Can you just kind of talk about your strategy trying to get to the line and try to punish the defense, especially when you get down low?
I was just trying to put the ball in the hoop, and they just fouled me, so I just got to make it pay at the line. Free throws, just got to make them.
Coach, you guys kind of partway through the first half, you guys kind of switched to a zone. Is that kind of like the game plan going in, or was that just something you saw in midway through the game, or?
No, it's our zone is part of our defensive pack. I mean, I wouldn't say defensive pack is some things that we do, but no, yeah, we try to change up a little rhythm. So yeah, we had talked a little bit about that for the game, kind of practicing game, did some adjustments out of it. Just trying to figure out ways to change up a rhythm and pace, which it slowed it down a little bit. I mean, you still see that they scored 41 points in the second half. And it's just to say that you're like, is it a true statement? I don't know. I have to watch the film. I just know how they like to score. We're trying to get them to score differently.
Yeah.
With about 7 or 8 minutes left, they went on a little bit of a run. We had some empty possessions, and you called a timeout. And then coming out of that timeout, the defense was the best it looked all game. Just on-ball defense, right? I know we're in a zone, but you're still guarding somebody. What was that conversation like in that timeout? You're obviously visibly frustrated. Keep it clean for the YouTube, but what was said in that timeout?
First is faith, right? So we talk about 4 pillars of our program, or the pillars of our program. Faith, family, is the first 2, right? So if you have faith and trust, right, and you're a family, tough conversations and challenges have to be made, right? If you have those 2, then you can handle tougher moments. But clearly, the challenge comes from Stephen and Paul. They were just flat out putting us in front of right underneath the basket and scoring. Okay, so what's our response? We got to keep them away from there, and it's just that simple. So that's some of the things we talked about. And is it easy? No, but it's an ordinary thing. Just a little more fight, a little more determination. We started to see that, and that's what you got to do for 40, not the last 6. So we just talked about that. I'm glad we had a positive response. Is what's important about that.
You have 5 days until Utah Tech comes here, a big rivalry game. Your first rivalry game against Utah Tech as the SU coach. What are you kind of looking for looking into that game?
Well, first of all, we're asking all the fans to come out, student section. Let's pack it, right? Let's support these guys. Let's play hard. Let's just be a little more grimier to get some things done. I guess that's a start, right? Then we have to be efficient. We have to play good basketball and understand that it's a possession by possession game, and hopefully keep our emotions on a positive side. Right, I've been through a lot of rivalry games, and the emotion has to match the moment, and it has to be under control. I don't mind emotion as long as it's under control. So that's going to be the message.
Okay, I'm all good.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.